Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Connector's Corner. I am your master connector, Drew Dockery. And what we do here is we help sales professionals, entrepreneurs, other ministry leaders or leaders as well, not leave money or results on the table by doing three simple things. Number one is growing your network. Number two is monetizing your relationships, and number three is making proper connections. And this segment is our bag talk segment. It's been a while since we've done a bag talk, but I actually have a special guest here who you guys have not seen in a few years. Tell them who you are, guy.
I am Aiden Dockery, son of Andrew Dockery, and that's all there's known about me for right now. I'm not really that important. I'm not really, too well known yet, so we'll see.
Well known yet. Hilarious. So, yeah, this is the youngest guy. I know last time you guys seen him, I don't think he had hair.
It might have been bridge or something like that.
No, I don't think so. I think you had like a low Caesar cut.
Possible.
Back then. But either way it goes, he's 14, about to be 15 now in less than 30 days.
I'm an old man.
So, I wanted to just kind of pick his brain a little bit. This weekend we had a very awesome experience together where we tapped into making not apparel, but that was part of the process, learning how to make apparel and stuff like that, with our pastor, Pastor Charles McCarley, where we are members of Tabernacle of Praise. Come through and see us on Sundays, 8:30 service, 12 noon service. We're going to have a spectacular time. Definitely a dope ministry. But we've had the pleasure of working with our pastor, me, Aiden, and my wife, who will actually be doing a bag talk with me very soon. Talks with Z will be coming back as well, so stay on the lookout for that. But we all did our pastor's innovation training. So what was your thoughts on the training from what you got a chance to experience?
I think it was cool, but it'd be very tedious being there all day because I forgot what the tool was called, but the part we have to like actually get the picture and the sticker out, that part would be very, very tedious, very annoying. Unless you're doing it for hours and hours on end. So you might need like a team or something like that, I would say. But once you get it done, or once you get used to it, it'll probably get a lot easier. So that's one thing. You'll get burned, he said. So that was fun. Because there's a heat press part when you go on cloth or t-shirts and stuff like that. So that was one interesting part, which I thought would be cool. I didn't stay long enough for that. Sadly, I wasn't there long enough for that. But I was there for the part where we do the mugs. We all made a mug. I didn't bring mine, sadly. It's at my mom's house. But I think, is yours here?
It is.
Okay.
It is. I'll take a picture of it and probably stick it. Yeah, okay. I'll stick it to the video at that point.
All right.
The video, but that's pretty cool. Okay. So I thought it was interesting that you needed to be there because he is stepping into the entrepreneurship realm. And him doing that, he decided to start a website and he wants to do clothing.
Yep.
So who else to help him with that other than somebody I know who is the king of I know a guy. And that's what the Connector's Corner is all about. You knowing somebody and ushering them into a new room that'll be beneficial to what they're trying to accomplish. So, tell them a little bit about your website. Like, what are you doing with the website?
Well, the website was originally, I got the idea because me and my buddy Damien were just talking and hanging out in class, whatever. And we were like, you know what? Our buddy Donald has a website, and we're like, well, Donald, how does it work? Like what do you do for it? Do you make any money? He was like, yeah, well, I got a couple of sales. I'm like, all right, well, how do you do it? And can we do it too? He was like, yeah, it's super easy. So he showed us the website. It's called The Fourth Wall. That's like the frame or the framework for it. So we're like, okay, cool. And then I was mentioning to my buddy Damien, well, I want to do shoes, so like Jordans, stuff like that. And he was like, cool. So we looked it up. We looked at prices, stuff like that. And he was like, "Can I do clothing?" I was like, "Sure, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't. You're in charge of it though." And I was like, he was like, "All right, cool." So I told him, I said, "You're in charge of it. Just run by me, and I'll look at it, see if I like it, and we can put it on the website." He was like, "Cool." So then it kind of became something where we both decided to do it and get into it and look at some designs and look at some stuff to do. And we're like, okay, this is pretty cool. And we later found out on the website, it has, not only does it have clothing, but it has mugs. You can order like mouse pads off of there. So you can get even book bags too, bags. You can even get like handbags or something like that for Zoe or something like that. So we put that on there as well. There's shorts, there's sweatpants, there's hoodies, there's jackets. And our name for the brand basically is called Protex, 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 and the logo is kind of like flowers with a P and like a crown above it. So that part would be, so yeah, and it has like a gold, like a faded to like a kind of darker gold color, if that makes sense. Gotcha. So yeah, it's up and running, it's active, so you can go there, you can buy stuff. I'm sure if you don't mind, you can put the link to it in the description or whatever.
We'll tell them what it is, and then we'll put it in there. What's the link?
So I don't know the exact link, but I know it's protex.com/the4th wall something. It's on my Instagram, and we actually have an Instagram account for the website. We have an Instagram account, and my buddy Damien, he posted some stuff on his TikTok for it as well. So also
they can follow you guys on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your
we don't have a business TikTok yet, so it's just his TikTok.
Gotcha. So it's his personal stuff.
Yeah, so you can follow mine or his, either one. But we do have an Instagram that's made for the actual website.
For the actual website. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Getting into the entrepreneur lane is it's tough and it's eye opening at the same time.
Yeah.
It is a very.
It's also, sorry to cut you off, but it's not. It's also not so black and white. It's not like
as simple as that people make it seem.
Yeah, it's not like you do this. Like, no, there's stuff behind it. Like there's stuff you have to do to make it. Because at first we're like, okay, this is pretty simple. We get to it, like, okay, this is a lot more difficult than we thought it would be, because we have to figure out prices, and especially with the Jordan market or shoes, stuff like that, we have to figure out what the market's like, what the prices are, and everything varies, stuff like that. So certain shoes have certain values, and certain things deplete and go up with time. So it's like we have to. It's a very tedious and very competitive game that you have to understand it, because you're not the only one in it. So it's very difficult to. It's very. It's kind of like war. It's like you're always competing with someone.
Right. So I'll say this, because we talked about it. One thing I know you guys needed to understand is branding.
Yes.
So are you familiar with branding?
Branding. What do you mean?
Branding. You don't know what branding is?
Like that.
It's like let's say the way you can identify something by its brand. So case in point, your shirt. What's this brand? Puma, right? So you know the name of it because you see the sign. Mm-hmm. The sign doesn't have a name, but that is the brand. You don't see the name here, but you see the sign. That's branding.
Okay.
It's something that people can recognize at first glance or at first listen. You know what I mean? Because branding isn't just about your visual perception. It is about how you show up in the marketplace. So Puma, is a company. They're known for what? Shoes, apparel. So your branding, how are you working on your branding, or have you even thought about branding?
Well, we do have a logo. We do have like a word on how we want it to look. So we have that. You mean like how to get it out there?
Not necessarily how to get it out there, or not just getting it out there. That's step one. Step two is making sure that it's recognizable.
Okay, so
if like
exclusivity, basically.
Pretty much. So
when they see, okay, that's Protex right there.
Right. So
okay.
when you see my branding, do you think, oh, Connector's Corner?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you have to do your business. Every business comes with a brand. And I think that'll be the title of this episode. Branding. How are you branding what you do?
Well, trying to, I guess, get to a certain audience and make it look in a certain way that you can't really see or find anywhere else. What's interesting about our thing is you can also make custom orders. So if you text or email the Instagram or you email the email that we also have for it, it's called businessmindset@gmail.com or businessmindset, I think 1b@gmail.com. You can email that and you can make an order, like a custom order of whatever you want on a hoodie. So send it to us, and you have to send us a picture though of what you want, and we can put it on a hoodie or shirt or whatever, and we can send it to you.
Got you. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I love the idea.
Yeah.
I really do. And I do think if we fine tune it, you'll be very profitable as far as what you're looking to do. Because it's bigger than just, like, you took the first step, which is great. And I applaud you for that, because that is a lot of times the scariest part of the process. It's just starting. So the fact that you started, I feel like we can start to build on that. If you let me help.
Yeah.
As if you let me help. If you want me to help. If you want me to help, I'll help you. Not that I'm going to sell your business for you. It's not what this is.
Yeah.
But I do feel like creating a brand and creating clothing around it is very ideal to how you get into business. So you being so young, I mean, who knows? You could be the next Off-White, next Gucci, next Louis Vuitton. It just depends on where you see it going.
Hopefully to the moon.
So yeah, that'll be the next move. I think we'll do that. Ironically, your mom does branding stuff. So she does logos and, design and all that stuff that's on the computer. So that way you can take it from your head, put it on paper, and then we can put it on clothes. I think you'll find more money in doing it that way, and then you'll increase your profit margin from what you're creating. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I also did want to touch on the starting part.
Okay.
And I remember a quote that I saw from Uncle Drew the movie, and he said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." And I also remember talking to a teacher of mine. I forget his name, but I was talking to him, and he was telling me about like starting businesses and stuff like that. And he was saying, people got rich, or two guys got rich from making these small little tables and putting pizzas and stuff like that, and made millions of dollars from them. I'm like, so something as simple as that can make you millions of dollars. And I'm like, well, why don't I start? And a lot of people, they think too much before they act on an idea, because the problem with humans and probably with people in general, we have an idea and we think about how every possible way it could go wrong as far as how it could go right. Eventually, if we think about it too much, we'll talk ourselves out of it and end up not doing it. So they often say inaction is action in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. So you're still choosing not to do something.
So if you don't act at all because you're afraid of how it's gonna end up, then that makes it worse, because then the failure means you're doing something, and you want to fail. So the next time you do it again, you figure out, okay, I messed up doing this, and this. So it's feedback. Another thing that they often say is, they say practice makes perfect. No, feedback makes perfect. Because when you do something and you look back at what you did and you say, okay, how did I mess up and where did I go wrong, and you fix it, then you won't fail again.
That's good. That's a good point. It's a good point. I'm glad you learned that early. So
I say, if you have an idea, start.
Definitely.
Don't think about it too much.
Definitely. So I'll leave you with this thought. One of my old business coaches, he was saying that the ones who actually succeed are the ones who fail the most, the fastest.
Yep.
So eventually you'll have something that works. But if you fail fast at it, you can now recalibrate and go at it again. The longer it takes you to recover from a failure, it makes it harder to gain any momentum. And if you go back and watch one of the episodes, I talked about momentum. I said momentum takes everything to gain and nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to put any effort in to lose momentum, but you have to put all of your effort in just to gain it.
Yeah.
So that's the premise of business. It's about starting where you are and failing as fast as you can. But who knows? I know some people, have heard of some people who have actually built businesses and they built them wrong, but because the business idea was so great, it didn't even matter that they built it wrong. They were millions of dollars ahead before they even realized, like, oh my God, I didn't do this, and this first.
Yeah.
But everything that they were doing worked at that time. So I think people end up taking out the luck, and not luck like we think about it. It's luck. Luck is an acronym. It's labor under correct knowledge. When you can labor under the correct knowledge, you take the luck out of it. But it's all about the speed of which you do it. Mm-hmm. That's another thing my business coach told me when I was younger. Success loves speed. Yeah. So if you can accelerate whatever your situation is by just doing things that may work or may not, the faster you can get through them, the easier it is to hit success eventually. But you have to have the resilience and the stamina to be able to go through that process and do it without losing the same enthusiasm that you had when you first started. So I think that's the tough part, but that is good though. That's good. I'm glad you learned that early. So now we'll be building on that. My bad. Go ahead.
I've also heard, and I'm sure there's more scientific stuff behind it, but to build on the speed thing and the emphasis of it, I've also heard before, I've heard someone say the reason why a plane can stay in the air for as long as it can is because it's moving too fast to fall. So it's very similar with momentum. If you're moving too fast, it's very difficult to stop you.
It is, to some degree. It is. It's a whole lot of other things that play into that.
Yeah.
It's direction. It's aviation. But the premise of it, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Moving too fast to fail.
Moving too fast to fail. That's a good look. That's a good look. Okay, well, we got some stuff to talk about. That branding piece is going to be big, man. And, having you a part of the bag talk and having you around a lot more regular now, it's going to be pretty cool. I would like to explore some things as far as with your business. Mm-hmm. Document it, like video document it, and it'll give you a blueprint of how to build businesses, but record all of that, everything that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So you can see what's working and what's not going to work. And then that way you can eventually get to a point where you can charge somebody for that information.
Yeah.
But document the process. Because it's not always about just the end result. The end result is what keeps you focused.
Yeah.
But it's the process that you go through while getting to your end result. That process is going to mean more than the end result. Because you can go through the process and lose whatever the end result is, but because you understand the process, you can do it over and over and over again and speed it up.
Yeah, like a lot of times I'd say also why trust fund babies are not respected is because they get the money up front. But when you earn your money, if all of it's taken away, you can get it back.
Right, because you understand.
Baby who's never had to earn anything gets his money, once it's gone, it's like, what do I do?
True, but then that's a failure on the parents too, because the parents, the Bible said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. So an inheritance is not just property and money. It's knowledge, it's skill, it's wisdom, it's how to do things. You get what I'm saying? So that's a part of your inheritance too. Yeah, because the information now, we live in an age where information costs.
Yep.
So the same conversations we may be having here, there are grown adults that don't get this conversation. That's why it's key for you guys to share the Connectors Corners episodes. And there we go back to the branding. So, I just wanted to do a quick bag talk with my guy here. Excited to have him on. And
Can I mention one more thing?
We'll be keeping you guys abreast of what's going on as things progress. What's going on?
I did also want to touch more on the part where you mentioned the process, right? and I have this, like, I see a lot of times, so like when I play certain games, stuff like that, and it's a certain place I want to get to, it's oftentimes, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily like when I get there or when I win, it's how I got there. So it's the process that's the funnest part, not actually the goal. Like I would say also for being rich. Being rich isn't fun because you got all the money, it's fun because of how you did it, and you can look back and say, okay, that was all worth it.
I believe that's probably true.
So I think it's more so the process you find most of the enjoyment in.
I will say the process has more value than the money itself.
Yeah.
So with that, I agree. The process definitely has more value than the money itself. I've also heard
a few times people say the process is the reward, not necessarily the end goal.
Right, because it's the muscles that you build in the process. Like we were just at the gym earlier. Like you understand the process.
Yep.
And you notice certain things about your process and your progress at the same time. You can readjust. You were talking about how you felt weaker and you weren't lifting as much as you were lifting before. Mm-hmm. But it's a process to get back to that level, and you have to have that consistency. Yep. So, again, failing forward.
It's better than failing back.
Yeah, failing as fast as you can fail. And get it over with, because eventually it doesn't become failure anymore. It becomes success, and it's still a success. It's not just failure. It's not, the absence of growth.
Yeah,
it's just your growth is limited in a certain point or a certain moment, but the continuation of doing the thing will build, your strength to be able to keep going.
Yeah.
So. I hope you guys enjoyed our short bag talk here. I'm not exactly sure what bag talk episode that is, but we'll put it down in the description below. We'll give you guys all the information to be able to follow the different pages and stay connected. And as we tell you guys all the time, dream bigger, believe better, and expect greater. I'll see y'all at the top. Take it easy.
Peace.